Hi Kayla, I'm Shaquille, and I'm here helping Yanette, who was the one who purchased the 3021 multifunctional unit, and I'm helping her to get it set up. I'm making this video to show you everything we've successfully assembled so far, and then also to show you the things that we're having trouble with so that we can gain some clarity on how to finalize the setup process. So here's the machine in its entirety. It came in 4 boxes. One box had the hot towel cabinet, which was a pretty simple setup. It just slid on and plugged into the back of the base. Then the next box was actually the base itself. And I believe that also came with all of the tools that are here. And then the other 2 boxes was the steamer and the machines themselves, which is what we're having the most of the trouble with. And then there was the lamp, which just snapped on, pretty simple, snapped in place, as well as the steamer. I know you sent us pictures on how to put the steamer together, but so far we were able to set everything up pretty simply and get it attached. The funnel is not in there right now, the filter funnel. I had it here with the instructions. I'll go ahead and drop that in just so you could see the full machine, how we have it set up and everything. So the questions we had, or we have, are one, regarding the galvanic. The young woman that I spoke to before, who sent you the email to initiate this conversation, she let us know that we can put either or, the red or the black, into either device. It didn't really matter. And the instructions also let me know that they are to go into identical tools, which we have these two with the ball heads and we have the 2 rollers. So I'm assuming it'll either go into both rollers or it'll either go into both ball heads. I guess the last question we really have remaining on that is which is technically supposed to touch the skin. The instructions don't really clarify that. And just for a little bit of background, Yanette, she's has experience with the microdermabrasion and with doing facials incorporating the steamer, but we bought this entire device to grow into some of these other areas. So that's why we still have questions on things such as that. We're still trying to further the knowledge on that. So if we could find out which one exactly is supposed to touch the skin, or does it matter? And the main problem we've been having more than anything is with the spray and vacuum, which is a bit confusing. So if you go over to the side of the machine here, there's the vacuum accessory tube, which we've attached into this, which I'm believing is for the vacuum based on the picture. And then we have the spray accessory tube, which we attached into here, which seems to be the spray bottle. And the vacuum runs directly from this machine currently with how we have it set up, directly from the machine, and it goes directly into the vacuum accessory right here. This is the headpiece, and this is where it connects directly to the vacuum. Also, the sprayer is the same way. It goes directly from the bottle here, and we have it ran all the way into the machine here where I showed you before. So my confusion with that, I was setting it up as best I could based on just what made the most sense at the time. But in looking back, as I think about the logic in my head, to me personally, it wouldn't make sense for the whatever is coming off of the client's face to go directly into here and then go inside of the machine, because with the exception of a few fans in the back, there's no way to remove debris from the machine. So it doesn't make sense to me that debris would be able to come off of the client's face and go directly into the machine. And additionally, with the sprayer, if this bottle is filled with liquid, it wouldn't make sense for the liquid to come out of this bottle and go directly into the machine. At least that's what I'm thinking, but I don't fully know. I don't fully know how that works. So that's what I'm trying to get an understanding of. So I'm guessing that potentially it's supposed to somehow go from this vacuum and into one of these bottles, and somehow this bottle sprays out into the face, but that isn't making sense to me. We also have the diamond dermabrasion set up the same way. It's coming straight out of the tool, and it is going directly into the machine down here, diamond dermabrasion, but it is going into the diamond dermabrasion machine. So F319 and F316 are the ones that we're having the problem with primarily. That's what's giving us the trouble. If you could provide us a video or some sort to show us how this tubing system is supposed to be properly wired, that would be a big help, because there's also additional pieces that came with it, such as these clamp pieces and these springs, and then also additional pieces here. And of course, as you see, an entire bottle that isn't being attached anywhere. Everything that we've put together is just based on the picture and as much as we could get from the instructions, but there's a lot that isn't included in there. So now moving on, I want to first go ahead and show you, these are the different instructions we got. This is for the facial steamer. This is for all the products, for the most part, the different machines, the different tools, and showing where each one goes. This is for the lamp, which we haven't looked into too much, but I'm sure we can figure that part out. Doesn't seem like it'd be too hard. And this is, of course, the booklet for the machines. These are the ones we have: F13, F14, 15, 16, 18, and 19. And the hot towel cabinet, that's also the last instruction manual that came with it, which we can figure that one out as well. So these are the instructions provided for the galvanic, the F313, and just kind of let you see that. This was telling us pretty much how to set it up. However, it didn't say whether the red or black goes in. The young lady let us know that it didn't really matter, but it also doesn't say which one to put on the skin. It does there indicate that they should be identical probes, so we know that they should be the same tool. Here's just a little more on that so you can see the rest of the instructions. And now I'm going to flip to the instructions for the sprayer. So here are the instructions for the vacuum and spray. And it's giving some pretty insightful information. It allowed me to figure out the setup of what we have so far. There's this here. Well, I'm gonna give you a second to kind of look at that. Pause if you want. And we read it to the best of our capabilities to get a thorough understanding. But there might be something we're overlooking. Perhaps you could help us with that. Or it may just be that it's missing. Not 100% sure, but either way, I believe your expertise can really help us get this together. So here it is showing us, of course, the cap, which we set up, and then the the hose, attaching the hose to the bottom of it. This is the headpiece, which we have on here, and then the bottom piece attached to the hose, which we have there. And then it's saying, this is the part that's kind of confusing a little bit, because I have it attached. I don't see a piece that looks like this. What I have it attached to is one of these pieces. It's kind of going directly on there. I don't see anything that looks like that. And then it's going directly here into the machine. Now, even though I don't see a item similar to this included, I went ahead and did what I did based on these instructions, connecting the vacuum air pipe to the corresponding vacuum nozzles on the side of the machine, and then connect the other pipe ends on the vacuum handle. So that's what I went ahead and did there from the corresponding input on the machine here, actually, this one for the vacuum, and then of course here to the handle. That's what I have set up, which may be correct or not. That's kind of why I'm looking for the help. But I didn't see anything that looked similar to this at all. Maybe it's just an updated machine or something, I'm not sure. And then of course here it says similarly the same thing, where it's saying connect one end of the spray air pipe to the corresponding spray output on the side of the machine, which is what I showed you over there. And then connect the other end to the small spray bottle inlet nozzle, which is here. So, and it says that there's 2 spray bottles included for different liquids. I'm not sure how you would swap those out quickly, if you would just change the cap, or I'm not sure. But based on these instructions, that's how I went ahead and set it up. And I've looked at it as much as I can to try to get the best understanding possible. But as you see, we have the machine all the way together. It's just really the assistance with those particular parts, specifically the spray and vacuum and the hose setup, making sure that that's correct, and that we don't damage the machine, because that's the last thing we want to do. It was a pretty nice investment, and we really do want to use the machine and put it to work. And the diamond dermabrasion, that's also the one with the tubing that we want to find clarity on. And then if you could also provide information on which one of these touches the skin, or if it's both, or if there's some type of information where we can research to look in more on that. The last thing I want to go over before I finish up this video is this, the funnel filter mesh. The reason I had it over here to begin with is because this is the piece itself. Just to show you, this is the cap that goes on it. And just to confirm, or to let you know where we got that information from, it's listed here. This is the funnel filter mesh, which is showing. And then the entire thing with the cap included is the funnel box, which is this together. So this would be the cap. This would be the funnel filter mesh based on the instructions. And this entire thing would be the funnel box. The thing that is confusing is in the instructions in the maintenance section, it's saying not to reuse the funnel. So it says funnel cannot be reused, but it's also saying here, the scale on the water cup and heating plate needs to be cleaned at least once a week or after using the funnel twice. So it's saying that the funnel can be used twice, but then it's just saying that it cannot be reused. I interpreted that to mean that maybe there's supposed to be a filter that goes in here that is not able to be reused, and that needs to be thrown away, which wasn't included, or that they're saying that this must be cleaned after every use, which also doesn't make sense if it's saying that it can be used twice after using it twice. So that's the confusing part about the steamer. Other than that, I believe we have the rest set up and are in a pretty good place with it. But again, the funnel filter mesh, whether it needs a filter in there, why is it saying that we can't use it twice, and the tubing systems for the spray bottle, the vacuum, and the diamond dermabrasion. These particular machines, spray and vac F316A and the F319A diamond dermabrasion. And additionally, which one of these is technically supposed to touch the skin, or is it both, or where can we find more information on that? And that is the galvanic F313A.